Dr. Marshall DeRosa and Dr. Alan Barsky don't agree on much, but both want FAU's next president to really embrace diversity. Now, what that diversity entails depends on which professor you're talking to.
The whole purpose of academic freedom is to kind of create some separation between the political side of our society and the educational side.
That's a bogus argument because the university is nothing but politics. This is a war. It's political warfare.
In the fight over the future of higher education in Florida, FAU's search for a new president has taken center stage. I met two professors whose polar opposite opinions draw the battle lines pretty clearly, not just here in Boca, but across the state.
We have to understand the dynamics of a university setting.
Dr. Marshall DeRosa was a poli-sci professor and conservative lightning rod on campus before he retired in 2021. Criticized for his political associations and scholarship on the Confederacy, which led to him being labeled a racist, he often made headlines for his conservative ideas and controversial quotes. Almost constantly under fire late in his career, his experiences that equally outrageous liberal voices on campus are never questioned.
They do have a very strong political agenda. And to summarize what that agenda is, I guess you could say it's to undermine Western civilization, free markets, freedom of speech.
Our job is not to indoctrinate, and I think that there's been this misconception that there's indoctrination and that universities are overrun by liberals.
Social work professor Dr. Alan Barsky has been with the university for more than 20 years. He's frustrated over concerns the FAU Board of Governors is trying to shut down free thinking by installing a conservative president.
So there's a lot of concerns about academic freedom, freedom of expression, and just the ability to do our jobs without political interference.
It's all-out war. You have to fight for every inch of ground you gain.
DeRosa and Barsky agree the university's most important goal must be to provide the best possible education for students. What do you think that FAU needs in leadership?
We need somebody who's, a representative for all of us, that is representative for all the different departments, not just favoring some and not others. So somebody who really believes in the broad mission of a university.
But I hope they do engage in battle, engage them. But somebody in the presidency that's going to really be committed to diversity, ideological diversity.
Now, I want to thank Dr. DeRosa and Dr. Barsky for speaking with me on this issue, because what became very clear is when we called professor after professor, there was this growing fear of intolerance on both sides. Many of the instructors we called were unwilling to go on camera for fear that they would either become a target of ultra progressives on campus or that they would be squeezed out by conservatives in leadership. And as Danielle DeRoss found out in her reporting, similar factors are driving concerns of FAU students about who will take over the school.